Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Detroit Lions. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. To throw is Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On 4th down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Samuel on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard
Call it an 8-yard
line.
gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and
Playing
1.
against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
So they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Tackled by Alex Highsmith.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A gain of 12 yards.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Detroit Lions, 1st down.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a 2nd and 6. Another run for Gibbs here. Oh, twisting away. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 43 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Look at the big man rumble. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And 10 at the 40-yard line.
Warren will try the right side. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
DJ Reed on the tackle.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Steelers.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Rodgers pass.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Second down and 3. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
The Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That's a gain of 7.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Rodgers. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Play action. It's gone. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The final shot before break here. Goff. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. In motion goes the tight end. Off play action. Here's Goff. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 11.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. To throw is Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 23
That third down
yards.
conversion good for 23.
And the Lions,
Whenever we
first
talk
down.
about moving the sticks and controlling the football,
1st and 10
there's a
at the
great example
49-yard
right there.
line.
Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
He was brought down at the 45-yard
Kyle
line.
Duggar up to make the
It's a gain
tackle.
of 5. Brings up 2nd
Brandon, all
and
things
5.
considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
For the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Gone. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Goff now looks to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Bates' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together. The slot man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. In motion left, that's Thielen. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, it's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good bite.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 62 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
St. Brown in motion right.
To Montgomery to begin the drive.
Up past the 30, second down coming up.
The ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Here's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
David Montgomery.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down and 8. Now Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate. I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 2.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. Goff now to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Bates' kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. We've seen him do this many times in green and gold. Now he'll try to do it in black and gold. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers down 13-10, 2:10 on the clock. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on first down. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
2 yards on the pickup.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. That's going to be caught. It's Austin. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Back to throw, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Rodgers to throw. And he's taken down inside the 30. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
This is first and 10. Now Rodgers. Austin is there and brings in another one. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down. First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Here's first and goal. They toss it to Warren. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Touchdown, Steelers.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's first and 10. Goff now to throw. He's got Ferkser. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. Here's first down. Now Goff. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we